Hello, everyone. You are now listening to the Storm Connect podcast with Edo Ninja and Crunch. We talk about gaming topics and animated series of our own interests like Final Fantasy, Persona 5, Smash Brothers, and more. The goal we aim to accomplish on every episode is to provide insights on these subjects that are usually overlooked, to spread awareness, and learn more. We actually want to quickly apologize for the lack of episodes ever since of our R&R's coverage special, but we are now back here today together to disclose our thoughts on the new Smash character Min Min and beyond. But before we get into that, we actually want to hope that you all have been safe from the crazy unfortunate events that are transpiring with our world. Our hearts and thoughts go out to those that have been affected and are in fear right now. Please, do everything you can to protect yourselves and others. We lost a lot this year, but we're going to get out of this chaotic storm strong and we'll press on forward, but better. Sadly, this year is simply, canceled, but it's not going to stop us for what we strive for that we should have had from the start, basically. But I also ask you guys not to ignore the events that are happening because this is not a game. This is not a joke. This is not simply just a political thing. Just because these events have not affected you personally does not mean these issues do not exist. Lives are on the lines. The tensions are higher than ever before and things are getting tighter. This is for all of us to survive and live better, and we must do what we can for the people that we have lost, for them to have not died in vain.
Right. And I mean, you covered it perfectly, Edo, but like he said too, please make sure you and your family are staying safe, taking precautionary measures like washing your hands constantly, keeping your masks on and especially like treating others the way you want to be treated too. I mean, it's a very basic thing that we learned as far back as like kindergarten. I feel like a lot of people are forgetting to do that. So just be nice to everybody, respect one another, no matter how different you are from them, and just be the best person you can be, especially in these trying times.
Yeah. So I hope that you guys do take our words to heart and such, and we follow through with that. But that's just something that we had to quickly address for everything. So we hope that everything's out there. We're gonna get better through this. It's gonna take a lot of time out of this, and unfortunately, it shouldn't for things like this, though. But it is what it is. But we got this, guys. Okay. So, with that being said, though, we can talk about Miss Min Min over there from ARMS that has entered into Smash.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, what's the real show? Are we gonna be talking about Min Min, or are we talking about Sakurai's setup?
Okay, wait. Actually, I kind of want to talk about that.
It was beautiful, bro. Like, that couch, it was so funny, because, like, after the direct, I saw a lot of tweets, people trying to find his couch, and someone actually found the same couch that he has, and it goes for around, like, $900 to $1,000, like, USD.
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that thing is made out of, like, white leather.
There's no way.
It is a nice couch.
Bullshit. What? I did not know that. What? I mean, it's a nice couch, but
my man was flexing on the direct, like, for real.
Really? I mean, he's a game director, so like, he's allowed to treat himself like that, though. But god damn, that kind of looks comfy, though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, low key, maybe I'm gonna spend that money. I don't know.
You know what? I'm kind of thinking on that. But okay, but my thing over there, this man right there, like, okay, I expected this shit for like, for PC and stuff like that, or for like computer gaming though, but no, this man has 2 TVs, just in case you like watch TV
while
they're
he's playing the game.
I've never seen someone actually do that though, but you know what? He gave me stupid ideas that I wanted to take out of inspiration.
Yeah, he had like 2, like, I want to say they're at least 72-inch TVs, and then he's got like 2 PS4s, an Xbox One, a Switch, of course, and then old classic like NES games and like basically all the old Nintendo consoles he has there, and I'm just like, what? Crazy Bushi setup.
Right? Like, I was thinking about it, like, because I thought, like, something like that for a living room, it might be impractical, like, to watch TV and stuff like that, though. But when he mentioned having guests over, I was like, but what if the audience interfere with one another, though? But I was like, you know what? No, they actually can work that out. I'm like, oh my god, he might actually be big brain. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, he's ahead of the curve.
And you know what? Like, normally, like, this is just for me. Like, every house I go to, all the TVs are, like, they're mounted and they're hung up and stuff like that. And, like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, you know what? That's actually practical. Oh my god, wow. He knows what he's doing. You know what? I'm taking inspiration from my house.
Right.
So, and I'm sorry, that entertainment system looks really nice. Okay, all right. Anyways,
To the actual content.
to the actual con. I'm sorry, but just Sakurai set up. We cannot discredit that man. Like that man, he's
It's hard
treating
to
himself.
ignore.
Yeah,
Right.
it's hard to ignore. He is a king. We respect him. We appreciate him. He can treat himself.
Exactly.
So, all right. So, the production of Min Min that has now been added to Smash, right? So, of course, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually okay with Min Min out of all the characters and such, because I know everybody wanted Twintel or whatever the fuck her name is and such, and then, you know, the protag or, like, you know, the boss fight's name and such, though. But I think Min Min was still, like, unexpected out of ARMS characters that would have been selected. So, and I also got, I can't lie to this, though, but the trailer was actually pretty nice. Like, even though, like, they told us ahead of time that it was gonna be an ARMS character, I will say that, like, the aesthetic, the art style and such, it was unique than the ones that they have done previously in the past.
Yeah.
So, I honestly, like, I thought it was cute. I actually, like, really enjoyed it. So, but Min Min being that addition, she kind of looks pretty crazy from that trailer alone, though. But we're gonna go a little bit more about that to the moveset and the stage and stuff like that. Yeah, so, oh yeah, also shout out to Captain Falcon real quick.
Yeah, like I wanted to say, like, for the trailer, like I actually recently like made a tier list ordered for like the reveal trailers, like going from like the bottom tiers of like boring, okay, I guess, cool, hype, and like there's a tier on there called like holy shit. But like, I mean, that's really the only way you can describe it, because that's like the most common phrase people have used for characters on what I would like to claim as like Cloud, Banjo, K. Rool, Mega Man, Snake, Sonic, Joker, Bayonetta, Ridley, and maybe like one more. But like for Min Min's trailer, I think that was a top 10 trailer out of this entire franchise. Like it was made so nicely. It kind of had like the same element that Terry had with the like, I forgot what the name of it is, but like the fighters from his game were fighting for the Smash envelope. It did it similarly
right.
in the ARMS trailer. And I thought that was really cool. And like I don't really know too much about ARMS, so like when it was first revealed, guys, when it was first revealed, it was so lame the way they did it. It was in a Nintendo Direct, and they said that Smash News was coming, and then they just randomly were like, oh yeah, we'll announce the next ARMS character for Smash. And I'm just like, what? Why would you, what? Like, why would you say it like that? Now I know it's an ARMS character, so now I'm like, oh, well, it's ARMS. I figured it'd be coming, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of wanted that to be build up. The trailer was great, and it would have been better if they didn't just go like imagine if they did that for Cloud, right? Like direct before he gets revealed, it's like, oh yeah, and then we'll talk about like Cloud next week. It's like, you can't just drop a name like that and expect us to just be like, oh, for sure, yeah, ARMS, yeah, I'll totally forget that in the next like week. It's like, no, these Smash fans are crazy, including me. Like, we're gonna remember this for a while. And so now that they like finally dropped the trailer, it was so well made. It was actually worth the wait. And like, I know a lot of people wanted Twintel for like reasons, but you know, there's other reasons for that as well. But like, the more vocal reason is visual, but but I think Min Min was like the perfect middle character, because like I was kind of looking through them all, and like Ninjara's cool, Springman's cool, Twintel actually is a pretty cool character, and then there was like this really sick mech character that I kind of wanted, but Min Min's a really good middle ground because she's pretty quick and agile. And also, like, on top of that, she has pretty cool moves, and they implemented, like, we'll talk about this more, but, like, they also implemented, like, arm switching. So she has a really cool kit, and, like, now that I think about it, I'm okay with this, because to me, Min Min is just what we should have gotten and not Byleth. Like, this is the actual distance demon that we should have gotten from the start. Like,
Okay,
I'm normally supportive of any character in the game. I was even supportive of Korn, bro. And I didn't want another Fire Emblem character. I understand. But Byleth was such a mistake. I am sorry. I do not like that character at all in the game. It has actually ruined a little bit of the game hype for me. Like, every time I fight a Byleth, I just think about what I could be doing instead of playing the game sometimes. And I know that's harsh, but like, coming from someone that really wanted the first fighter pack to go out with a bang, and then you just drop Byleth in the most boring trailer as well, like, you got it. Like, why did you just do ARMS? If Byleth was the first character pack in this, like the second character pack, I would understand. Because eventually a Fire Emblem character is going to come out. It's inevitable. The franchise is so big, and a lot of Fire Emblem fans actually do play this game. But don't end it on the first fighter pack. I don't know if I said that on like the last podcast we did about that, but like, it is just so frustrating because it's like this. You started with Joker, which was insane. That is a, like, on my tier list, I put that as holy shit in like top like 10 or 5. Because truly, like, who would have thought that Atlas would collaborate with Nintendo on this? And then from there you go to Hero, so that's the second Square Enix rep. And then finally, we have gotten the long-awaited Banjo, which has been wanted by many fans for years. And I'm gonna say it, years. Like, probably since, like, Brawl. And then after that, we got Terry, which was a cool, like, Sakurai personal favorite character. Which was nice, because, like, we all love Sakurai, and we all love what he does for the game. But I truly believe he did not want to add Byleth. That character is so corny and low personality. Such a lame addition to the roster. And I'm going to get a lot of like eyes for saying that, but I'm going to put my foot down and tell y'all right now, worst character in the game. By far. Worse than the franchise, worse than Ultimate. Literally, I hate it. And I liked Three Houses, so that should say a lot. But anyway, Mibin's pretty cool, I guess.
Wow, all right, so to anyone that's listening to this, I'm not gonna lie, I had a little bit of a preview of his thoughts, but what I heard just right now was a bit of a shock to me. So wow,
yeah, that kind of just came out.
That was, I felt you held that in for a long time.
Because here's the thing, like,
yeah,
I don't mean to make this like more longer than we should, because obviously we need to talk about the character, but like, I have this tier list up, and I can't fathom how bad it is. Literally, Daisy's introduction was more hype, and you know what? All she had was a title card. That's saying a lot, bro. Because literally, Daisy was revealed when Ultimate was revealed, and they were like, and here's our first Echo Fighter. And then she's like, yeah. Or like whatever noise Daisy makes, and then the title card. That's it. That's all she needed. Byleth got a trailer, full text, a direct, and she's still the worst? Unfathomable.
Dang.
Cannot believe it.
Damn. Okay.
Like, I don't mean to disrespect the team for that, because I genuinely do believe that they put all their work into every character. But Byleth is an outlier. I truly believe she's an outlier. Something went down behind the scenes. Something had to have. Because would Sakurai have even wanted that? I don't know. That just seems strange to me. But, you know, I'm going to end it there, because, like, I could just save that for another podcast, but, like, I just have to get that out, because the fact that we got Min Min after it actually kind of brought me back into the game again, because, like, this is, like, the least amount of times I've actually played Ultimate since Byleth came out. I barely touch this game now. But now that Min Min's come in and she's delivered some unique mechanics, and also, like, her moveset, which we'll get into, is actually pretty cool, like, it's got me interested again. It's characters that, like, that cater to not just ARMS fans, but also, like, aspiring players, whether you're competitive or casual. Like, people like that cool long distance range. It's very interesting.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me chime in real quick, because like this part of what you say like has been stuck in my mind about the ARMS reveal. Okay, so that's the one thing that I do agree with you, that the way of how they revealed ARMS was very odd. The fact that like they told us that it was gonna be an ARMS character, and it was stuck in our minds until, well, the trailer came out with the explanation video of the Smash Direct and stuff like that. So I agree with you on that. I think the only reason why they did that is because I think like they're fully aware that they want the community. They're wanting like third party characters like Sora for Smash or Nero or Dante from Devil May Cry series and stuff like that. So I think that's the reason why like they went off about to say like this is gonna be another first party Nintendo first party character again and such. But I do agree with you with the fact that it's like I think because of the way how the trailer was produced, that's something that should have been saved for until to this day, you know?
Right. And it's like, you know, I get it, because this is not the first quote unquote lame reveal. And I'm not talking about like Byleth, like what I just went on a tangent about, but like more so like revealing the character before they come out. There are two different ways to do it. Because here's the thing. The way Mewtwo's was done, oh my god. I mean, if you think about it, I also want to like pay like a small tribute to Etika, because it's been over a year since his passing. So like, you know, rest in peace to the homie. Like, he was an insane content creator, and he's literally the reason why I believe directs are incredibly hype now. Like, they were hype before Brawl. Like, you would go onto the website and you would see trailers or information about new characters like Sonic, Snake, Meta Knight, DDD. Like, I mean, the list goes on from there, but like, the way it was done in Smash 4 was nuts. Like, Etika's reaction to Mewtwo is one of the top 5 memories I have in like the Smash Bros community. Like, I remember that's literally how I made friends, was bonding over that video. And then eventually it led to like conversations about Smash and other games, and then eventually got more personal. Like that, I made relationships with people through that video. It's insane. And the fact that a content creator can do that is incredible. So like, you know, that's the best way you can do it, is like, you know, Mewtwo is finally joining the battle as a new fighter. Like, that type of thing is cool. And then, you know, a couple months later, we finally get the trailer and it's like, yes, we finally get to see him in action. But then you just go, oh yeah, ARMS is joining Smash. We'll be back in like, I don't know, like, what's the date? Like February? Well, this is June. I don't know. We'll be back in June. It's like, really? You're just leaving that, bro? Like,
we were left on red.
Oh my god, that's the perfect way to describe it. It's like getting blue balled, exactly. Like getting left on red. That's exactly what it felt like. Like, there have been lame reveals, but like, that's like literally having a conversation with a Nintendo rep. Like, oh hey Paul, how's it going? Like, how's the kids? Oh, they're good. We're putting ARMS in Smash. Wait, what? Huh? It's like awkward conversation. Just the way they brought it up.
I do. That's the one thing that like I always appreciated from Smash, especially to when they started to entertain this idea, was the fact that they always like make their presentations for new characters like grand, and especially to like give it like the personality, you know. So that's why like I think this is like the way of how they presented this, not like the trailer that was dropped a few days ago though, but when they announced that from their last direct overall with Nintendo, it was the most underwhelming, arguably, for any Smash character to be revealed and such, next to Crunch's opinion for Byleth.
Yeah, like they actually saved it.
Yeah, so but it's just like that's the thing that like they usually do. It's like it's usually like out of surprise and stuff like that. And like, you know, as Sakurai said, this is the celebration of video games being together, not like an actual dedicated like it's like more of that party game, you know? That's like the idea that he was going through that. So that's why like the way how Min Min was presented, it was odd. Well, not Min Min though, but an ARMS character's coming to Smash was very odd. I mean, for me, I'll say this right now, like because I actually enjoyed ARMS, I was kind of hyped for it though. But now that like we're here today, I do have to think about this. Just like, I'd rather have waited to know that.
Right, and it's like, you know, you can have your opinion on ARMS. Like, I genuinely feel bad for Sakurai, because I cannot imagine how much pressure that man goes through by just posting, like, he started posting screenshots on Twitter, like, and there's screenshots you can't really do in game. Like, whatever version of Smash he has definitely allows him to be able to do this. And low-key, I feel like some of it might be just a little touch-up in Photoshop, but if it's all in game, like, much respect, because some of these screenshots are insane. But, you know, he gets a lot of comments saying, like, add X character to here, where's the direct, Sakurai, what are you doing? It's like, I feel bad, because it's like, you know, he's also human. He's not a machine that just works for us. He also has
a wife and a house, and he also has friends that he wants to enjoy being with, like, outside of Smash. Like, I get that what he created is insane, and like a lot of people are hungry for more Smash news, but you just got to keep in mind that like Sakurai's a human too, and no matter what he does, even if like the connections between Nintendo and Sakurai, I don't know how they got Byleth in that game, but like that's an L. But aside from that, like, you know, I'm still proud of the work that he puts in this game. He definitely cares about both sides of the spectrum, whether it's competitive or casual, because he definitely wouldn't have added some mechanics, or at least gone to the Smash Bros. Invitational for both Smash 4 and Ultimate. Like, seeing him at both of those events is kind of insane if you think about it.
Right.
So, yeah.
I don't know. I just hope, like, I'm gonna just say this right now. For the case of the ARMS, I hope this doesn't happen again.
I agree.
I hope this, like, because again, this was supposed to be the starting pack for DLC Season 2 of the Smash characters and such, though. So, again, somehow, in a way, good or bad, Smash has a way to surprise us. So, I hope the next time it will be good for a better presentation. The character, that's another story as to, like, how they actually are and to what additions are being made to it, though. But overall, do not misunderstand this, everyone. Like, no matter what, like, we do appreciate to whatever has been put in and such, because, like, right now the roster is looking beautiful. So
It really is. It's insane.
The biggest roster for Smash, the stages, the soundtrack even. Oh my god, it's gonna get bigger by the time all of them are
Right.
out. But we'll just have to see how that's gonna go in the future, though. But, like, nonetheless, like, this is a special game that has a very, very special place in our hearts. So regardless, like, we're still gonna have our opinions here and there for about certain characters or what they're doing with it and stuff like that, though. But again, that's because that's why we're here, you know, to address that. So
Right. Exactly.
but yeah, with that being said, I think we talked a lot about with everything that's been going around, circling around with the whole ARM situation and Smash overall. So now I think we could actually get into Min now.
Yeah.
So-
That was kind of an unexpected topic. I think based around my little rant that popped up, I don't know how long I've had that set up for, but it came out on this podcast. I'm kind of glad I did, because like I thought it was appropriate. But
Oh no, it was beautiful.
but I guess with that being said, like I could just move on to the trailer, honestly. Like, so I don't know if I've really like vocalized this much in different Smash podcasts and whatnot, but like my favorite Nintendo character of all time is definitely Captain Falcon. Like, I've always thought of him to be like an insane badass. I love his games. I actually would like argue that F-Zero is a lot more enjoyable to play than like current Mario Kart games. I mean, you could probably say the same thing about like old Mario Kart games too, but seeing him in the trailer and then like his voice actor doing a couple lines, not even a couple lines, just doing a couple sound effects for him like scarfing down some ramen was pretty sick, because like I haven't seen Falcon in a trailer like that since Robin and Lucina's reveal, because they were fighting Captain Falcon, and like
Right.
a lot of popular like transitions and montages, certain stream overlay stuff, like some of it is actually based off of that direct for Falcon. Like the way they advertise Falcon is so sick, and even though his franchise is kind of dead, which makes me sad, at least they keep the character alive. Falcon's hype. So seeing him in there was really cool for me.
I was gonna bring this up like a little bit later, but now that you say that, I kind of want to try out F-Zero, and I'm not gonna lie, when Sakurai was talking about Captain Falcon at the end, especially for like the voiceover change, I was colored the impression that he was gonna talk about like a new game or whatever for like Captain Falcon and such, because I was like, why is he talking so much about Captain Falcon? This is unexpected. But
Right.
that was kind of clickbait. So I mean, because
Yeah.
like, usually like they have the history of like going off a little bit about something, and like at first like back then we didn't think too much of it, but then there will be something later for the end for like a Nintendo Direct, or like even sometimes at a Smash Direct or whatever. So I thought he was like trying to like tease something for that, though, but it was just for, you know, the voiceover for Captain Falcon, though. Shout out to the voice actor of Vegeta, by the way.
Yeah, that's hype. I didn't know that. I knew the voice actor Captain Falcon was pretty notorious for things, but like I actually did not know he was the voice of Vegeta, so now I like Vegeta even more, even though I already thought he was cool to begin with. And I don't even watch Dragon Ball. I just look at the stuff that happens.
I just play fighters, but it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, that's some form.
Yeah. Okay, so Min Min, right?
Yeah.
This is just me. Like, he did talk a lot the fact of how Min Min can be punished, but I look at the moveset. She might actually be a very good character and probably be like, you know, a bit up there. I wouldn't say like top tier, but like probably almost to getting there. If like that's just kind of how I'm seeing it. I could be wrong because again, like we're not gonna know until next week or two when she's fully dropped. But based on everything, it's like if you know how to use her well. I mean, that could be said for any other character though. But like I feel like she's definitely gonna be like up there for me. I don't know.
Yeah, like, I agree with you, because the thing about speculation, especially with these gameplay trailers, I'm actually really glad that he started doing gameplay, too, because it's like, I think he understands that with this wait, that also means we don't get to see gameplay, but rather just the trailer and the reveal. He gets to show us, like, the character itself before it comes out, and I'm glad that he does it, like, a week in advance, or maybe a day in advance, or, you know, like with Banjo, he does the direct, and then he's just revealed today. I think it's cool that they do that because then we get to see where they might be set up in the meta. Like, Joker, looking at him, I thought he was insane from the start, but I actually did not think he was going to be like top 5 in the game, maybe even top 10. Hero, I kind of figured would be like a bit lacking because like parts of his gameplay rely a lot on the command board, like going for like some of these gimmicky moves.
RNG too.
Exactly, and like RNG works in mysterious ways, so your wins are either earned or not. And then like with Banjo, Banjo was the first one that surprised me because I thought he was going to be good, but he's a very, very, very mid character. Yeah. He's like probably one of the most mid DLC characters we've gotten since maybe like Smash 4 Lucas, because he's pretty mid. He's a good character, but like there are much better characters. And then like with Terry, when you introduce a Shoto in this game, I always just, for me, it's like I automatically assume they're going to be at least good or great. Like, the Shotos in this game are insane, and their mechanics are just like very crazy to me, like auto turnarounds and like the way they can combo you into certain things and like these meters. It's just, you add a meter to a Shoto, it's like, well, that's curtains. We have a good character. And like, even for, and this is my last Byleth rant since I'm going through all the characters, but like they couldn't even make Byleth look good in the trailer. Like, that's when I knew that character was going to be insanely mid. Like, she was so slow in the gameplay trailer, in the actual trailer. The moves they were showing were so like so floaty and lame, and like even the recovery, like I'll give her one thing, or I'll give him, her, or them, because it's like two different genders, I guess, but I'll give them one thing. The recovery's nice in the sense that, let's say your opponent tries to challenge you, you have the chance of getting hit by that, by the up B. You could either get spiked at high percents, or you could get knocked, and then he has an opportunity to either hit you or get back to stage for free. Like, that's cool. But like, the thing with Min Min, though, is I actually kind of believe she's not going to be top tier like Edo said, but I actually think she might be like somewhere in that higher tier range, because this looks like a character to me that's going to take a lot, and I mean a lot of effort to learn. Like, there was Ryu. It took a while for everybody to kind of get used to him, I think, but people were pretty quick about it and like got straight to doing the bread and butters with Ryu and Ken. But like, something about Min Min is very unique to me. Like, rather than just having like a normal projectile special with B, because that's usually the common thing with a lot of characters, is just to give them a projectile. In this instance, you can use both of her arms, whether you press the A or B button, and you can do different combinations of attacks, switching through different arm equipment like the Ram, the Dragon, and the Megawatt Ball, I think it's called. Like, they're super situational, and she has an insane kit. Like, even her jab is quick. Like, she has a kick. She can kick, which is kind of nutty if you think about it, because her kick is fast. She has a multi-jab, which looks pretty good. And then on top of that, she has her arms. It's like, she can kind of cover a little bit of up-close battles. kick you back out there and then go back to using her arms. It's like, I actually think this character has a kit. And when people start discovering tech for this character, it might be pretty scary, but this is all speculation. And that's just what directs do to everybody. But this character looks pretty cool.
The one thing that I want to quickly comment is regarding with the before I kind of like go a little bit more in depth about it, I just want to say I'm impressed of how Sakurai is able to like use 2 controllers every time that like, you know, he's trying to demonstrate a certain something. I'm just like, I have a hard time doing that. Like, okay, Sakurai, we get it. Keep flexing on us. So but the one thing is that the whole counter situation that really like had my eyes widen at that moment.
Oh, are you talking about the reflect?
No. Like when Marth counters against Min Min and like.
Oh, and it was like a disjoint.
Yeah. I thought that was like, whoa, okay, like even for counter characters like that, it is going to be very difficult because Min Min can still like find a way to like, you know, get back on her feet and then we'll go at it with you.
Right, because like even though they said in the trailer for her, like, so getting up close is your best bet, like, you know, in that like elevator voice, it's like you got to think at the same time, like, top player level, there's gonna be a way for them to keep you out, and like,
yeah,
they will rarely give you openings to go in on them. Like, I think she'll probably struggle against fast characters like Sonic, because no matter what, Sonic's gonna get in on you, whether he has to shield a couple times, he has to go through the air. Like, it's characters like that I think will definitely beat Min Min, based on speculation. But you look at her Ram, which was the like that little spinny thing on the on that screw or whatever. Yeah. Like, that attack has range, and it covers ledge pretty well. Like, it showcased this in the trailer too. But like, Ryu was trying to recover, and he almost grabbed ledge, but like some part of that hitbox hit him and like completely knocked him out. It's like, you can gimp characters easily like that. Like, Falcon would get gimped easily. The Shotos would get gimped easily. Poor Little Mac again. And then, like, you know, other characters too. But she's got just stuff like that is insane to me. She's got coverage, man.
Yeah, she has that type of coverage, which that's like pretty insane to me because, like, you know, it doesn't just like the arms cannot like die down, because that's obviously like, you know, the main part of the moveset with Min Min. And especially with the one thing featuring with the coverage, like her reflect. Okay.
Oh my god,
bitch.
dude.
You got it, bitch. Okay.
That was insane. When I saw that in the trailer, I was like, that looked like a smash attack, and that's insane. Was it the smash attack or the tilt that can do that?
I think it was a tilt. I don't know, but like either way, no matter what though, like that bitch can hit.
Yeah, like like, okay, I guess she can just reflect projectiles now, like, already. And on top of that, like, I gotta look at it back, because like, I also do have it open up just so I can at least like look at some of these moves. Oh, okay, so it's up smash attack. I just looked it up. So it's her up smash. Which is fine because like, oh, what's up?
If that's an up smash, oh my god, that bitch packs too much power. Oh my god.
I actually think it would be worse to deal with if it was an up tilt, because her up tilt would be faster than the smash attack.
Fair enough.
So it's like, because I'm thinking to myself, like, you know, like I was theory crafting earlier, like, had it been up tilt and it was fast enough, because it looks like a fast move. Because I think one basic combo you might be able to do is maybe up tilt up smash, but I don't remember the entire trailer completely like that. But I remember that up tilt being pretty fast. Like, let's say the Samus is pretty close to you, right? And you up tilt that fully charged blaster, it hits her, you just run up smash.
Right.
Like, woof. If it was up tilt, dude, that would be insane. But up smash being the little quirky reflect move is kind of cool too. Like,
I think it's the proper balance for that now that you mentioned that.
Yeah, because when I just saw that, I was like, what am I looking at?
Mm-hmm. Oh, another thing. I figured this was gonna happen. Like, I didn't think that I think a lot of people were giving a little bit too much for it, hope for it though, but like, that grab. I don't know about that grab, bro. That grab. I have never seen a grab like that, which, I mean, again, I expected it because that's how, like, ARM's character do their grabbing though, but like, Why?
That's definitely going to probably be the trade-off, is because she can distance herself away. What's the point of her having a grab? Because I feel like if they give her a good grab, then that would be really scary. Because, like, not only could you distance yourself, but you also have a good grab, which could lead into follow-ups. And if she can get follow-ups off of it, fine. But, like, I think her character is centered around dealing damage with her arms instead of grabbing and, like, using all of her utility, like her Mega
Right.
Y and the Ram and the Dragon with the lasers, which I know that's part of the game, but like, bro, when they showed her at the center of the stage, hitting in front of her, behind her, and doing the laser, I'm not even exaggerating. If you watch the trailer or not, it covered the whole horizontal stage at head
Bullshit.
level, bro. It literally covered the entirety of the stage.
Wait,
I was
I'm looking at it right
appalled.
now. You're not bullshitting me. Oh my god.
I'm not bullshitting, bro. It covered the entire stage. Like, if you are dead center in the middle and you laser, and with that being said, this character would be nice in doubles too. Like,
Oh
this
my
being a doubles
God.
character is nuts. So there might be some combinations. Like, this was really popular. I don't know how many of our listeners here are into the competitive scene, but the I can't remember. I think it was Pokemon. When Pokemon Trainer switched, for some reason it gave Joker a lot of meter, which led to getting Arson a lot more often. So if they were teamed together, you would literally be fighting Pokemon Trainer and Joker Arson like within 30 seconds. And it would be like within that interval too. Like, you would rarely see Joker without Arson in doubles, which is broken because Arson is an insane mechanic that, you know, in a fair manner, should only show up a couple times within the
Right.
game.
Mm-hmm.
Maximum maybe like 5 or 6 times. If it's a long game, then whatever. But like, if it's showing up constantly like that, and you have a character that can switch between 3 different characters, like, that's a very broken team setup. So obviously it got banned, but like, then that's got me thinking too, like, I wonder if they're gonna have banned teams in the competitive scene as well. Like, what characters would be incredibly overpowered to team up with Min Min that would make it less fun or just more broken?
I'm glad that you mentioned that, because you know what? That's something that's like been like a number one concern that I'm starting to like receive. Like, this is a good thing though, but I didn't really take it into perspective until like you mentioned about the competitive scene. Especially to like, you know, some of the unfortunate tendencies that kind of just happen to have in the game. But characters like that, like, you know, with Arsene and such, like, they're starting to get a little bit more like gimmicky, giving the characters like the actual personality, which is good. Like, that's what you should always do with the character and such though. But their gimmicks are going so much out of range. Like, again, it's just as you mentioned, like, you know, team competitive and such. Like, I don't know. Ultimately, like, that could just be negated overall. But that
Yeah.
really depends on what they're gonna do for future characters and such, though. But that's always starting to become a bit of a concern now that you brought that up, and seeing that Min Min can you know, do the down B, which it changes up her arm and stuff like that. What is that gonna say if this were to happen in a team match?
Yeah, and like, same thing in 4 too. Double Cloud was banned. They're not in the competitive scene. They're not afraid to take out game-breaking teams, because that's also like, because personally for me, I enjoy Squad Strike more than doubles, but I know there's a audience out there that still enjoys doing doubles, whether you have a static team partner or not. So you do have to take in consideration these combinations that you can pull off in competitions, especially if they're just incredibly unfair, like game breaking type thing.
Right. So, but yeah, no, that's really much for my thoughts for that. For Min Min, that is in terms of the competitive such.
Yeah.
Her final smash, okay, I'm gonna give this one credit. Like, I guess they did like the same formula to where like they include the rest of the characters and stuff like that, which it's pretty nice. That's exactly what I expected though. However, the ending of that, the dragon laser, I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, that was hype. Yeah.
That was definitely hype. The Spring Stadium, it's pretty much as I pretty much expected they were gonna use this stage. I'm not gonna lie, there was another stage that I kind of wanted them to use, but I mean, it's still cool. Like, I'm gonna give them that.
Yeah. I kind of hope it's legal, though, because, like, the last, like, final thing I'll say about the competitive scene is that we really lack stage diversity. Like, we've been using some of the same stages since, like, Smash 4 and maybe even Brawl. And I really just want to see a DLC stage get in. Because, like, honestly, it looks pretty promising. As long as Hazard's Off takes out, like, the spring jump thing. And you can't hit the top of the wall like you could when he was fighting Falcon and Kirby. Like, that would be pretty cool. Because, like casually, like, yeah, you know, we're gonna be playing on, like, all the stages, except for maybe, like, a rare few. Like, 75 meters, a pretty bad stage all around. Great Cave Offensive is just insanely big and is fully meant to be played on as a meme. And then, like, the rest are fun, and then we have our competitive stages. But I really hope that even Hazard's Off, like, the stage looks fun, Hazard's On too, but, like, I'm hoping that there's also, like, a competitive future for this stage, Hazard's Off.
That would be nice, because I'm not gonna lie, like, don't get me wrong, like, some of the stages in there, like, you know, they're pretty cool, though, but, like, I want some, a little bit, the diversity. Like, I understand for, like, the concerns of the competitive scene and such, though, but it's just as you mentioned, like, this does look very, very promising. If we could just have, like, at least a couple more added into that, that'd be wonderful.
Right, like, it looks like a cool stage, and I genuinely do like this first character in the pack. Like, I'm actually impressed. And this is coming from someone that actually said, I probably won't buy the pack until the next character because I want to see what they have to offer. But if they could make someone like ARMS, like an ARMS character, interesting to me, this gives me a lot of hope for the pack, because I think despite the fact that they might add more Nintendo reps, which is not a surprise because they went insane on the third parties in the first pack, I genuinely do believe, like, they're going to be making these characters really unique. And they will offer something to the game, not just as representation, but also gameplay-wise. It's going to be very unique.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I really look forward to that. Like, this is looking promising already, and, like, you know, she looks very fun to even play around or probably even go up against. But, again, we'll have to save that judgment for Judgment Day for next week. Yeah, I think that's all I really have to say for, like, Min Min.
Yeah, same here.
Actually, no, there's one more.
Oh?
That recovery had me surprised. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
it
yeah.
switches up.
Dude, I was, like, thinking about this too. Like, okay, so the way they showed it in the trailer, for those that, like, kind of forgot, she has, like, 2 different up Bs. So her first one, when you're thinking about recovering, is a DLC tether. Like, kind of similar to Byleth's, but it doesn't do, like, the whole spiking thing. And I don't think it can grab people, because he didn't show that either, because that would definitely have been shown. But it's just a tether, which is okay. But the interesting thing to me is on stage, if you're grounded, it's not a tether. She, like, punches the ground and just springs herself up into the air at varying heights. So either she can go super high up, or she can go at, like, a medium height. And then that got me thinking, like, I wonder, I think it has a hitbox on there. I wonder if you can do, like, platform combos with it. Like, I wonder if that's her method of, like, introducing some mix-ups. Like, because there's a lot of things that, like, when you up air a character on the platform and then they land on there, whether they tech it or not, their options of moving are limited. Like, you can either roll back, get up attack, roll forward, neutral get up, or if you just tech it normally, or if you don't tech it, then you can punish them immediately. But, like, I wonder what kind of options she has, and I wonder if that was taken into consideration. Like, is her up B going to be meant for, like, more platform usage? And, like, because I don't think you would just randomly add that up B and then just be like, oh, it looks funny. Okay, we're just going to add it. Like, I feel like it has a purpose.
Yeah, because, like, there wouldn't be any point to, like, add, like, because, again, like, the diversity of the up B change is cool for being in the air or being on ground. But for that, especially to, like, you know, the hitbox and the invincibility immediately from that, it's very interesting. So, if it's actually, like, well incorporated into this, then, again, I'm just saying, I'm gonna say this one more time. Min Min is looking pretty high up there at the moment, which, not, like, insanely high, but, like, a pretty decent character that's not gonna go unnoticed.
Yeah, and like basically my closing thoughts on Min Min. This character, like Edo said, looks really promising, and I think the people that are just jumping the gun and calling her low tier just because she can only do so many things is a common mistake when judging Smash characters. Like we've been proven wrong like several times before. Like some of the things that these characters can do. I know there's more blatant obvious ones, like you kind of look at oh gosh, what's her name? Bayonetta. Like that one was pretty obvious. Like we looked at her in the Smash 4 trailer and we were like, yeah, that's a top tier right there. Like these mechanics are insane. Not necessarily game breaking, but like they are crazy. Because if you want to talk about game breaking, then we're gonna talk about Meta Knight for Brawl, but that's a different topic.
Oh,
But like
man.
yeah, but it's like Min Min is promising, and if she's not what she was in the trailer, then fine. That's just how it is. But like, you know, I actually do believe she is gonna have a place in the meta in some form or fashion, not just for this year, but maybe for the remainder of Ultimate. I feel like she will be a pretty good character.
Definitely. But yeah, no, we'll just have to see how that's gonna go out, and maybe our thoughts will be changed by next week and such, though. But like, this is definitely too like what we've seen, and the good thing is that they're all positive with that. Hopefully, that stays consistent. Maybe not. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it could just flip a switch. But you didn't hear that from me.
Yeah.
So that's all I also have to say about Min Min. I'm looking forward to playing with her and against her as well. And
Me too.
Hopefully she doesn't beat out my Robin, because if she does, I'm gonna be upset. I'm actually going to be raging. You will see me very upset on Twitter.
I'm already prepared to lose the fight with Falcon, so that's just how it is.
I'm telling you, Judgment Day is really coming. I'm getting scared.
Yeah, it's like, oh god, do you beat my mate?
Oh no. So the Mii fighters, right? That really,
so
as usual,
random.
there's now becoming up like a big surprise with Mii fighters though. But wow, they really said Fallout for Smash.
I actually like these because Mii fighters in the past, and this is a fun fact, they introduced this concept in Smash 4 is to like add these kind of like iconic characters and make them into Smash Mii fighter costumes. But the way they're doing it in Ultimate is brilliant. Like the first time they did it was you know, they added costumes for like Mega Man X characters. That's like one of the earliest versions that we've seen, but like they actually added like a special costume for like Geno. Not so much that it looked exactly like the model, but like they gave him like a pretty big announcement that he was a costume in 4, and then K. Rool was a costume in 4. But in this game, they are killing it. They added like, oh gosh, Cuphead, Sans, Vault Boy from notoriously like more recognizable in the Fallout series, and then there's like one more I think I'm forgetting. Oh, maybe it was Rex, but like,
Yeah,
that's so cool to me. Like, yeah, they're not going to be characters, but like giving them rep to the point where you give them like a full costume and they look like their own character is really cool to me. But Vault Boy was so random. Like,
It
it's
definitely
cool,
was
but like
random.
that was so shocking to me.
this might be a stretch. I don't know if they're going to like continue doing this though, like because they only did it once, and that was with Sans. Is that they kind of added like one special soundtrack just for like the memes of it and stuff like that though. But I think it was cool. I don't think they're doing that with Vault Boy, but like it would at least like be nice to like if they're gonna continue doing this from like something out of reach like Sans and Vault Boy and Cuphead, they at least add like one or two more soundtracks from that, just to at least like,
Yeah.
you know, give them a little bit more inclusion, because I feel like the one that got like the best of treatment of all was Sans.
Dude, Sans was nuts because like people used to mod Megalovania on Smash 4. Like whenever they would try to find tracks to put on there, like a lot of them would put like Kingdom Hearts, Persona, like some Under Night and Birth tracks, and like maybe a couple from their like preferred favorite game, but like Megalovania was added as a meme, I think. And like to see it actually in the vanilla game is crazy to me. Like picking a stage and just casually hearing a pretty close OG version of Megalovania is nuts. I'm genuinely shocked that Sans is even in this game represented with the like one of the greatest video game soundtracks of all time. It's up there, dude. Like,
It's
I hate to
definitely
say
up
it.
there.
Yeah, like, you know, games have been out for a long ass time, as we all know, but like, there are obviously better tracks, but like, Megalobania is one of the most well-known gaming sounds in like gaming history, period, I think. Like, I know casual people that know that song. Like, it's recognized beyond the gaming community. It is insane. So like, the fact that they added that into Smash, that's when I truly knew he was representing games. It's like, he's representing the music, he's representing the characters, and it's like, Vault Boy is kind of like that too, in a sense. Like, Vault Boy Fallout is pretty well known, so he's celebrating that, and it's like, damn. That's kind of insane. I like what they're doing with the Mii costumes. It's
And
pretty
you know
cool.
what? With saying with this out loud, like, I promise you guys, like, back then for Smash 4, like, yeah, there might be some discussions for, like, Mii costumes and such for the Mii fighters, though, but no one really talks about them like that. Like, we're excited to see what they're gonna do for the next set of Mii costumes and stuff like that. Now we are in Ultimate, and that's actually, like, a really cool thing to say, because as Crunch said, like, this is now a better representation for, like, video games that they're reaching out, whether they're a DLC character or, you know, just another costume. But even then, some people, like, from what I've seen on my side, I don't know if it's that apparent to, like, the side of other Twitter in regards of Smash, but what I've seen a lot is that many people have been kind of saying that this is disrespectful for characters. I don't think it is. Not at all. Like, this should be, like, a graceful opportunity that they get to even represent in Smash, because we don't even know, like, what's the actual, like, guideline. Because, again, like, Sakurai and Nintendo, they can do whatever the fuck they want to add a character in Smash, though. To actually rep that is another story, to what they're actually aiming for, what they want to really think about. So, it should be, like, a crazy opportunity for a big game like this for Smash, a celebration of video games all together into one. So, that's why, like, anyone that says that, like, this is disrespect for, like, Cuphead and Sans and such, I heavily disagree with that. There's no way. You can't change my mind on that. So, but I mean, like I said, that my only one comment is the fact that Sans, like, got, like, the best treatment, which it was the soundtrack, which, I mean, I'm just saying that, like, there should be more of that to have that consistency and such in the future. If not, then, like, it's whatever. But, like, regardless, like I was saying, it's still, like, a good thing that, like, we're saying this out loud. We're anticipating the next DLC character and the costumes itself, because actually I see people that actually use the costumes and such, and I see funny photos with it out of it as well. It's kind of hilarious, and stupid videos for anime memes and stuff like that. It's, like, really cool. So it's, like, all well put together. So which I'm gonna say this again, I'm excited for the next DLC character with the Mii costumes. Good to say that out loud.
Yeah, I know, like, I am too. Like, I 100% agree. Like, I don't really talk about it much, but Mii costumes in Smash are pretty cool. Like, I know not every character can get represented, so the least that they can do is that try to recreate them through Mii costumes. Because another thing too is, like, Mii fighters are not commonly played by a lot of people, so, like, giving them costumes like this gives them more incentive to at least pick up the character and actually, like, try them. Like, I feel like he's catering to every character in the game and every audience member that is playing Smash Ultimate. Like, maybe you don't want to play Brawler, but if you do play Brawler, you get to play as this character, and it's like, oh shit, that's sick. So then people will try it out.
Most definitely. Yeah, so I think that's all we really have to say for about the Mii fighters touch. Everything all good with you?
Oh yeah, I just remembered, like, right after they showed the Mii fighters, they showed us the amiibos, and
we have to talk about that.
let me tell you, bro, amiibos have come such a long way from Smash 4. Amiibos, like, introduced in Smash 4 were really good too, but, like, the production was trash, bro. I don't know if you have, like, I literally have them with me right now, but Marth and Link were some of the worst produced amiibos out of any amiibo, like, with the Smash characters. Like, Marth's face was really weird. The sword was, like, super easy to break on his hand. And then the thing with Link's is, like, mine actually is, like, cross-eyed. One
Oh.
he has a lazy eye, and like sometimes the face is disfigured, and like they have this like piss colored stand to help them stand up. So it's like, I mean, I get the stand part. Like some characters do actually need a stand on them, but it's like unattractive, right? Dude, the
Yes.
Joker amiibo has just shown how far amiibos have come in terms of production. I will be pre-ordering that shit when it is available because I'm pretty sure that thing will sell out because they added the transparent flames as the stand base for Joker, which is genius. It just makes the amiibo look more alive and personal. Like, oh my god, that Joker amiibo is the best amiibo I've seen them create so far. And I knew it was going to be because like it's Joker, come on. Oh, it's so good.
It's so cool, and I'm gonna say this right now. Like, okay, back then, look, I used to make fun of people that collected amiibos and stuff like that. Not like I just think it's purely stupid or whatever though, but I just thought like it was just like, why would you do that? Like, why? Because like, because I get like that, like they can like have some type of integration, like to when you actually like put the games into Smash or like other games like Breath of the Wild and stuff like that. Like I understood that though, but I was just like, it's not anything like too exciting because like again, like the production of it just looked weird. So that's why I was just like, you can get a better one looking like that. I don't think you really need this all in the game though. But hey, you know, your call. I'm not gonna say anything like that though. But I'm just here in my head. I'm just like, but why though? But well. Now this is gonna be the first actual amiibo I'm ever gonna be purchasing, and it's gonna be one of my favorite games, Joker. Oh my lord! Again, I'm with Crunch on this one. I'm pre-ordering that shit day one, and I'm gonna have like a special dedicated box for that shit. Cause like no, seeing the, cause again, it was already enough that Joker was already into Smash, and you know, obviously like it's pretty safe to assume that it would like also come out as an amiibo though. But the way they did it, it just feels like
Yeah,
this is
dude.
an actual like model for the character that came into Smash and such, and still giving that persona vibe to it. Like you know that this is Joker, the one legendary, like one of the legendary protagonists for Persona that's made a huge impact. That like the fact that he made it to Smash was a big deal. So,
Yeah.
oh my god, it's just so very exciting. But I'm not gonna lie, like I will be surprised. I'm not saying that they're going to though, but it would have been very funny if they also had an Arsene amiibo.
Yeah, like another thing I really like about him, because like this is just another example. I think the only I should check. Okay, no. So I have two Ultimate Amiibos now. Like I collected a lot of them from 4, but I also have Incineroar and Dark Samus. The Incineroar has a really nice like glossy finish on his flame belt, and like the quality of him, I opened this one, but it is impressive. Like this Incineroar amiibo is actually sick. It feels like a legitimate figurine and not like crappy quality. The Dark Samus one, I think, is one of, had it not been for Joker, I think this is their best amiibo because they also gave Dark Samus this like really glossy finish. And like the texture, I haven't opened it. I haven't opened this one because I actually think this is like one of my favorite ones and I want to keep it closed. But oh, it's just like it's floating on here. Like obviously it has like a transparent stand on both of the legs, but like the plaster looks sick. The texture of it is pretty like, it's pretty rough, like Dark Samus, of course, so it looks sick, and like the back is dope. Oh, the quality of this thing is just so nice, and it just comes to show like they're really starting to take these amiibos seriously, and like a lot of them are like out of sale or out of stock. Like I am shocked. Like if I were to just look up on Amazon, like I wanted King K. Rool, it's definitely out, dude. Like this is very hard to find. Like these type of amiibos are hard to find solely because of the fact that the quality is going up on these guys. They're so good now.
The one thing I will say that I'm disappointed in, which I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense to like why they're not doing it though. But like, whatever like models that they produce for Smash and such, and the characters, they're not gonna reproduce them with updated models and such. Like, I understand that much of it. It's just disappointing with that because some characters got like an exact new look. Like for example, like Link and Zelda and such. So I thought that like they would do something like that though, but they said that they were not going to, which is a little bit disappointing. But it is what it is. So but I'm just glad that at least they're giving it the better treatment with the amiibos that they're actually worth for the. Well, surprisingly, they're a bit cheap. You know, they're not exactly like hundreds of dollars unless you're trying to like scout out for a very specific one, which that's another story.
Right. Like I expected that too, unfortunately, because maybe one day they'll do it, but I highly doubt it. But it's like, oh, they're just so cool, dude. Like the new Ganon look is really sick. Same with Zelda, and I guess technically Sheik, but Sheik is pretty much close to her old look. It's just she has like armor plates on her now, but they're like even on an amiibo it would look pretty like minuscule. But other than that, like these are sick. And like one amiibo I've always wanted, but like it's no surprise to anyone that this sold out quick is the Cloud amiibo. Because there's an
Right.
Advent Children version and a regular version. Same thing with Bayonetta. There's a Bayonetta 1 and 2 version, but oh, I wanted those so bad, bro. But the Advent Children one goes for $82.
Bruh.
Like, yeah, they're really scalping people out here with that.
You know, now that you say that out loud, again, it kind of makes sense though, but I'm also a little bit surprised that they're not doing like different alts of the characters, like, you know, Joker with the Shujin Academy outfit, Hero in the different forms of Hero from Dragon Quest, and yeah, just pretty much of that sort. Same with, well, maybe with Violet. Maybe they will for that character, but I'm not so sure. But I'm pretty surprised, like, now that you say that out loud, it's like, oh, wait a minute, they're not doing that, huh? Interesting.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, but like I said, you like, okay, look, I'm sorry, like the Hero amiibo looks cool though, but that Joker, I'm sorry, but my eyes are glued to that. Like you best believe that's gonna be right there on my desk, no cap.
Yeah, like the Hero one's cool, but that Joker one is insane to me. That's their best. That's the best one they've made so far out of any amiibo that they've ever come out with. Like that one is crazy.
Yep. So I'm looking forward to having that again. You're gonna see y'all that follow my personal Twitter. You're all gonna see me gush about it and such, and gas it up of how beautiful it looks. Expect that.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing I also want to talk about quickly. I know this kind of may seem a little bit out of place for this podcast though, but because of the events, I kind of want to make a little bit of small talk with Sakurai's condition, since we have now seen him again in the direct video of that. That man, if you guys have not known, it's pretty apparent to the general public, but if you're not aware of this, that man would be sick as hell developing this game for DLC, for extra content, stuff like that. It drew a huge concern. I'm glad that, like, eventually later in time, though, like, he started to, like, actually, like, take his health. He started to slow down a little bit and such, though, but it's just, like, whenever we see some of these direct videos, he just looks tired. And, he didn't look like that in the video, and it looks like because of COVID and stuff like that, like, he's being a little bit more responsible with his health and such, though. But just back then, it was, I'm not gonna lie, like, I feared so much, because I definitely do not want to hear something happening to that, the game director, Sakurai. Like, he's done so much for this Smash franchise. Like, I'm again, like, of how much it's been popping off. You need to give him a vacation. There's no way. I get that, like, he's a hard worker. I think the same way that he does. I understand that, though. But it's like, no, you need 3 years, 4 years, maybe a 10-year vacation. I'm sorry, but it's, please, like, you're doing so much. Again, like, the fact that we're getting more characters. Like, okay, it was already enough that everyone's all together again. Everyone's back together in the same Smash game. And we're having brand new DLC additions rather than DLC characters that came from the previous Smash games coming back. So, we're getting 6 for this one. And I just hope that with the situation with COVID-19, like, I hope nothing happens to him and the team as well. Because they're already doing a lot as they can. It's just, like, I think they can take a little bit of the rest. And especially the fact that, like, I understand that, like, they have the deadline to meet, which, again, they expect to have all the characters out by December of 2021. And if that doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. However, they also mentioned that the plans might be changed, which I will be fine with that. I actually would hope that some of them get really delayed, because I don't want them to rush it out, because if they need the rest, they need the rest, especially Sakurai. So.
Yeah, I agree with that, dude. Like, he works so hard on this game, and, like, there's a difference between being a dick rider and then being, like,
genuinely happy for him and also like being concerned because like I I know for a fact like if I were to be in his position, I would not last long. So the fact that he's like you can just tell his dedication is immensely high for this game. Like I think he knows that he created something very special in the gaming community and not just in Nintendo. Like people outside of the community know about Smash and talk about it. And like some even play it you know, pretty casually. So like he looked a lot better in this direct. I think due to COVID, I think as well he's able to be at his own home and he's with his wife, I think, which is really nice too. This is just based off of like me assuming that he can do that because of Corona's out there and whatnot. And he definitely was given equipment to make directs and like, you know, keep producing his stuff as well. But like I'm just glad that he looks okay and like just reminding all of y'all to be grateful that he's even doing this to begin with. Like he literally could have just ended it at everyone's here and that would have been it. We didn't need a character pack 1 and 2, literally, let alone 2. I thought it was going to be 1 and done. I thought we were going to be done after the last one, but he announced the second one and I was like, wow, you go above and beyond and like you need to be credited in a different way because this is just mad to me that you are even doing not only a second pack, but an extra character in it. Like, honestly, dude, just let this be the last one, and you gotta rest, bro.
Yeah.
You've done so much. I love that, man.
Yeah, same here. Like, he's done a lot for the Smash franchise when, again, like, he doesn't have to. He's the game director. He has the option to do so, and he's willing to do that just to, like, you know, make some things interesting for the Smash community and stuff like that. And, you know, I can see, like, so much passion that he puts into it. And the one thing that I also worry about, which I can't believe, I feel so sorry for him that he has to live that way. But every time that, like, he is asked of what game he's playing and stuff like that, he can't say because everyone's gonna jump to the gun and it's like, oh, this character might get in Smash and stuff like that. That's why he's playing that game. Like, when it's not, when
Yeah,
you just want
dude.
to truly enjoy a game, like, you guys gotta calm down. He's a human being too. Like, I get it. Like, he's a game director and stuff like that. Like, anybody can make speculations of whatever and such, though. But it's like, calm down. He's human too, just like the rest of us.
Right. It's like he's just playing a game. Like, just because he plays a game doesn't mean it's gonna get into Smash. Like, he's not born to just be a Smash designer and like program your favorite characters into the game. He is human too, and he plays games like the rest of us, and he's also excited to play the new releases of other stuff as well. So, like, take what he says with a grain of salt, and when something comes, it comes. Like, just take the news lightheartedly and, like, just especially stop tweeting at him. I don't know why some of y'all randies out on Twitter have the audacity to tweet your characters that you want to him, because first off, your chances are even worse now that you're tweeting at him about it. And second off, like, he doesn't care. He adds who he wants to add, he adds who Nintendo wants to add, and that's that.
Yep, that's right. And you know what? I'm actually a little bit surprised that he hasn't even deleted his Twitter because he could if he wanted to, you know?
Yeah, he only follows a select amount of people.
Mm-hmm. So, but, I mean, again, like, he's not stupid. He does look into things and such, take things into consideration and such, though. But the fact that, like, people believe that he's ignorant of whatever. So, like, no, Nintendo and Sakurai, they're not ignorant. Just because they're not acknowledging it in the way that you want to does not mean that they're blind to it. They know. It's just chill back and such. They're human too. Stuff like that. Because, again, Sakurai has other interests besides with Smash. And, you know, because, again, yes, it is his passion and such, you know, but he has other things that he just wants to look into just for personal enjoyment. Just like the rest of us. We're having our personal enjoyment with Smash and stuff like that. Demanding more out of that man is pretty much so fucked up.
Right, and he literally has in his bio, please note that I won't be able to answer any questions. So stop asking questions.
Yeah, and you know what? It's not even just like, you know, because of legality issues or whatever and stuff like that. It's like, no. Like, they know, and especially they're fully aware of what impact they have made to the gaming community and such, to us Smash players and beyond. So, and this doesn't even go with Smash in general, though, but the reason why this is talked about so much is because that Smash, it's big, and because that it's a quote-unquote fighting game that allows for DLC characters to be added in and stuff like that, that's why it's a huge topic. This could be said for anything, like BlazBlue, Cross-Tag Battle, and stuff like that, though, but Sakurai is doing a lot. And again, like, as we mentioned before, this could stop and such. And unfortunately, it's a big topic that that's why that we're addressing it, is because of this just has to cease. And hopefully one day we do. I doubt it though, but it's just so fucked up. And I'm just saying, like, if they cancel the season 2 and such, do not be surprised. Do not be surprised, because if they want the break, fucking go take that 10-year break. Fuck.
Yeah, like, it is so surprising to me too that, like, people did not expect that this. I truly believe this pack is going to be delayed, because I can't remember what the original date was, but it's like they were saying that this was going to all be due by, like, the end of this year or starting of next, I think, similar to what the first pack was. But do not be surprised if this is delayed. We are literally in a pandemic right now, and on top of that, we are all facing a lot of, like, there's like protests and stuff, as well as like some other things that countries have to deal with on their own too. It's like there's a lot of things that can hold back game development, and like the lives of everyone matter before just you know what I mean? Like, just because you want this character right now, like, you gotta wait too. And like, I'm not surprised that we got this direct so late. I mean, honestly, I'm even surprised that we got the direct like Monday. Like, honestly, I wasn't surprised. I knew it was going to be delayed, especially with all the stuff going on right now. And on top of that, like, the pandemic, like, God knows what we can do and what we can't do it right now. Like, this is such a strange time we live in. And like, like, oh, can I even talk to this person? Can I even shake their hand? Like, can I touch this surface again? Like, it's like, dude, like, what's going on?
And you know what? I said this in the beginning of the podcast, though, but I'm going to reiterate this, rephrase it in a way that it could be understood. Just because that there are Smash Directs, and this could be said for anything in the gaming, though, but I will say this for Smash, since that's where we're in the topic today. But just because that we're getting another character and stuff like that does not mean the coronavirus is gone. Whatever issues that we're having out there, they're not gone. They're still there. Yes, this is kind of a way to kind of escape that, because it, like, right now it's dreading all of us, and it's kind of putting some things in fear as well, as Crunch has mentioned. However, do not treat this as the way to have the excuse to demand things from the creators of Smash and for other video game platforms or whatever media that you're interested in. So, I just had to reiterate that point there, and I hope that that's understood. So
yeah, I agree.
But yeah, no, but that's something that I just wanted to quickly talk about for Sakurai's condition and such. So, now, the last thing that we're going to end out this podcast is future predictions.
Ooh.
Okay, so I must just say this right now. I don't even know what the fuck we're doing. Like, again, like, that's probably like what Crunch said earlier. Like, most likely it's gonna be Nintendo first-party characters beyond this point, because we already went through the craziness, though. But however, we cannot rule out any possibility, because again, they can still go crazy for this. Depending how they're gonna go about it is another story.
Yeah, like, I don't really even know what to expect, because my other prediction was like, okay, so the first pack was like the third party love, right? But it ended with Byleth, which was kind of weird. And then the pack 2, this is the first like Nintendo rep that we're getting. So I feel like the second pack might be more towards like what Nintendo wants in the game, so they'll definitely get their first party titles out there, like characters owned by Nintendo. Maybe we'll get a third party character, but I feel like a lot of them are going to be first party. But another thing I want to see is, like, I also kind of want to see a little bit of, like, some representation, like, not anything, like, super forced, but, like, it actually kind of would have been cool to see Twintelle in the game, because if you think about it, we technically do have, like, a black character in Smash. Like, we have an alternate for, I think we still have it for Villager. I think he has, like, a black alt or something like that. But it would be cool to see a character like that, or like, because I feel like a lot of them are either like Asian or white, which is pretty common. But some form of like representation of a character that's like well known, because another thing about like celebrating games is also celebrating the diversity it provides as well. Like, not all characters in games are white or straight or quote unquote the perfect breed, as like some weird people call it. Like, I don't know what these people call these type of characters, but like, I think you get the picture. Like, I do want to see some sort of diversity in the game as well. Like, I think it's cool that we have males and females. That's pretty sick. But what about like, you know, different ethnicities or colors, and et cetera, et cetera? Like, I'm not forcing the idea on there, but it's rather like a suggestion that I think would be cool, because forcing representation into something can cause a lot of controversy. But if it's done right, then I'm 110% down with it. Like, I think that'd be super sick.
Right. And I just want this for everyone to remember the fact that, like, you know, again, like, even so we don't know what's gonna happen in the future of Smash, we can't exactly predict that. So just chill out, because like right now, like, we don't know like who the remaining characters are, but they mentioned that they all have been decided already. The production is a different story. So
Yeah.
even though like what's happening with the current events and stuff like that, it's bad though, but just don't take that as in a way that Nintendo is blind to it, and any other game developer of that as well. So but I mean, again, who knows, like maybe they can, like after this, if they want to continue after season 2 and such, who knows, and maybe they'll do their arrangement and such though. But like it would be nice that we get to see a little bit more of the diversity, as Crunch has mentioned. And if not, then it is what it is, because again, like they've already made the pre-plans and such, and they still have to follow that accordingly. So
Yeah.
I will say, in terms of personal desires of characters, I am gonna say this right now. I don't know if I expressed this before on the podcast here, but if you're part of the Storm Clansmen, you know what I'm about to say. I don't care if Sora gets into Smash now. I don't. If it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it, because I already got Joker in Smash, and that, I was not even wishing for that though, but that was unexpected, and I already got what I want. Bye.
That's kind of interesting you said that, because I feel like the last time we talked about this, like off the podcast, on the podcast or whatever, like I thought you still kind of like low-key really wanted him, but I feel the exact same way too. Like, I wanted him, but then I also thought about like, not only is Sora kind of like now, like I think his inclusion in Smash would be sick, but there would be a lot of like heated debate over that character being in the game. He would definitely be unique, but like the other thing I'm super worried about is that it's also a Disney owned character, and like for me, I don't know what Disney would do if they included a character like that into Smash. Like, I don't know what sort of power they would try to get by having a character in there like that, because like I don't think they could really gain anything out of Smash Bros, but like it's still a big monopoly company, and I kind of don't like the fact that Disney owns so much. So it's like, if that touches Smash, it's like, what does that mean, you know? Because these characters are not just going to be played. Yeah, it's scary to think about, and they're also not just going to be played casually. But like, these are characters you'll probably see in like top level events that have payouts. Like, seeing Sora in Grand Finals of EVO would be like, whoa. Like, that's a Disney owned character in Grand Finals of like the biggest fighting game tournament in the world. And then part of me thinks about like, would Disney try to like do something about that, or like, you know, what's up with that? It's like, I'm probably overthinking it, but like, it's just little small possibilities like that kind of get me thinking like, there's still a chance, and that kind of bothers me.
Like, I don't know if this is because I have my bitter distaste towards the Kingdom Hearts 3 now, that like I just now don't care for it though, but it's because that like for me at least, like what's been on my mind mostly is because of the concerns that you just addressed for that. And it's like right now, like, you know, like, especially to like how like now that I really think about it, it's like how far that they've made the measures for Smash characters. Like, it's a good thing that like now anything is possible. That's great though, but you know, it's like I don't think we should be losing like really sleep over this, or like, you know, joining the few that will be on Twitter for it and such to like say of who deserves that spot for Smash, you know. So, but
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of concerns and a lot of controversy that surrounds with that character, and we're gonna see that by the time this Smash Ultimate lineup for characters end. For me, I'm open-minded for any character that comes in. I kind of don't care. Like I said, like they can add in a Minecraft character, and I just simply would not care, you know. But if I have to say if there's anything that I kind of want, you can call me a fake fan. I don't care. But the one character that just has a very, very cool concept and design that I would love to see personally is Nero / Dante for Smash. That's just me though.
Dude, yes, I agree. Like, I don't really want that many more characters in the game. Like, I think after this pack, for me, I'm satisfied, and I kind of don't really want any more characters, like, just for the sake of, like, Sakurai's health, and also just because I'm satisfied with the roster already. But if I had to add, like, a couple more, I would definitely want Dante. Doom Guy would actually be kind of sick, because I low-key like projectile characters in this game, and, like, Snake is a really good start to it, but if Doom Guy was, like, just as cool too, like, I think Doom Guy would be pretty sick, or, like, Doom Slayer, whatever people call him, but, the other one, now this is just not going to happen, especially considering what they did to Cloud. But if they added like Tifa or Sephiroth, that's like my crazy pick, is Sephiroth or Tifa, because like if you think about it, we got Cloud and Smash, right? But the most that they gave us was only 2 tracks. Really?
I'm glad that you brought that up, because the one thing I was actually going to say the next thing, like, besides with DLC characters, the one thing I kind of really want to see is updated soundtracks. But
yeah, like,
that's
especially because we have the remake too.
Yeah, you have remake, and then there was Persona 5 Royal that came out and such, and there's these updated games that are going to be coming out, like Bayonetta 3, whenever that comes out, or the next time that we get an update for that, though. But there's going to be that and such. I think it would be nice that they did that. But if not, then I'm not going to lie. That's the one thing I'm actually going to be a little bit salty over, especially for the Final Fantasy 7. There's only 2. Give more, damn it! So
Yeah, like, I mean, we got 5 characters left. I don't even know who could get in this game. I really don't know who will get in this game. Like, one character that I can kind of speculate may or may not get in, and this is probably the given character, who knows, is the Xenoblade 2 protagonist, either
Rex.
Rex and Pyra. That was her name. Rex and Pyra.
Yeah, Pyra.
Could potentially get in, because I remember Sakurai said that he wanted to add the character, and then said, like, okay, but for now, here, you can take this costume. And it's like, well, there are costumes of pre-existing characters in the game. Like, Captain Falcon has a Mii Fighter outfit. So it's like, it's
That is
still
strange.
possible. So it's like, that's the only character I can really speculate about. But, like, other than that, I just hope that these characters are unique, can contribute to the game competitively and casually. I hope their stages are cool, and yeah.
There's actually one thing, I don't know if I ever mentioned this before though, but like there's this one thing that like I'm kind of hoping that they do. I'm not saying, like, I think this is like the least necessity or like desire that like I have in my list, but the one thing I think it would be personally cool if they added, not too much, not too many of them, but I was thinking if they could add a little bit, like maybe like 3 or 4 more Echo Fighters.
Oh, true, dude. We really only got Echo Fighters off of what was it?
For Smash 4.
No, like
Uh,
before the game was like fully released for Ultimate. Like, we only had like those fighters announced. Like, some of the fighters actually had like echoes, like Peach, Daisy, Pit, Dark Pit, Marth, Lucina,
oh, right,
Simon
right.
Richter, like that type of stuff, and like Dark Samus. It'd be
Mhm.
kind of cool if they, because you can only give us so many characters, bro. Like,
Yeah.
if we ended up getting some sort of like Echo Fighter, that'd be kind of hype. Like, dude, if we got like this is like, okay, actually, this is the least likely pick, but it is like in my heart that if they pick this, I would scream at the top of my lungs. If they added Black Shadow, who's the antagonist of F-Zero, as an Echo Fighter for Falcon, sick.
That would be
So
cool.
sick.
That would be cool.
Like,
For
this-
me, I would have to go for I think his name is also Shadow, but for Sonic.
Dude, I have no idea how Shadow is not in this game.
It's cool.
That, you would think that'd be an easy pick.
Right? But I
Like-
guess not. Still as a trophy, assist trophy. That's dumb.
Yeah, like, and like, oh my god, that got me thinking about the Grinch leak. For those that don't know about the Grinch leak, that was a leak before the final presentation, before the game was going to come out, and also before Joker was revealed. So as we know, it revealed Ken, Incineroar, um, and I think those were the last two characters revealed. Yeah, those were the last two revealed.
They were the last two,
And
yeah.
oh, and technically Piranha Plant. I forgot about Piranha Plant, but that was like sort of the first DLC character before the pack one. But yeah, like Ken and Incineroar were revealed, and the Grinch leak was saying that Ken was gonna get in, Lloyd was gonna get in, Shadow was gonna get in, Horse Kids was gonna get in, and then I think Banjo and Kazooie were part of that, if I remember
Yep.
correctly.
They were. Mm-hmm.
So, two of those characters were predicted correctly. I think maybe Incineroar was in there too. I can't remember, but
No, he was.
like, okay, so that leak was huge because it was like, oh shit, like this is a lineup, bro. Like if they reveal, because the directs before that they revealed like an insane amount of characters, but I think that's because they wanted to do these directs like in 3 parts, so they just revealed like a shit ton of characters each direct, a bunch of Echo Fighters, a bunch of newcomers, and then like the last direct was pretty like kind of meh because it was like the last 2 characters, but it showed World of Light in the menu, and then it unveiled Piranha Plant, which was pretty cool. But like the directs before were just, they were dropping character after character, so this leak was like really likely. And plus there was like art for the game too, like the Smash poster that's on the website, the Everyone Is Here poster. It had like all those characters in the similar art style, so everybody was like, bro, if this is real, like this is gonna be crazy. And it was like
Somewhat.
partially true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people got their hopes up, and I'm like, I don't know what y'all expected. Like, they took their time with this direct too. Like, that just tells you that they knew they were not gonna get their shit leaked. Because the most disappointing leak, in my opinion, like out of all Smash characters, was Ryu Roy. They were leaked literally like a day or two, maybe even a week in advance before the direct, and like their screenshots, their trailer was like all leaked. The entire thing was leaked.
I have a
So
conspiracy theory.
what's that?
I just thought of this now that we're saying this out loud. What if, because of how partially true it was, and it's scary that how partially true it was, what if the characters that were not confirmed, they've been shoved for Season 2 rather than Season 1?
That could be a possibility. It actually could be.
Because I don't want to, like, negate the legitimacy of it, especially, like, who knows what behind the scenes, though, but because of, like, it was more than one character that was spot on, is what, like, made me think. I'm like, whoa, okay. So, I don't know. Maybe they're now canceled, though, but it's like, if they were planned eventually for his DLC, fam!
Yeah,
just saying.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, what are they gonna do for this, man? Like, the possibilities are endless, and like, I really did not expect them to not only give us another fighter pack, but to give like 6 more characters is
A lot.
just, yeah, it's a blessing, dude. And like, I don't even know what to expect from these next couple characters. Like, Arms, I figured eventually would be brought in, but like as the opening, you know, we already discussed it before, like it was whatever. It's just the way that was presented was kind of stupid. But then the trailer and the actual reveal was pretty hype. But I really don't know, like, what are they gonna do for this? And like, what's the time frame? Like, are we getting news in a month or two? Are we getting it again like in like half a year? Like, how are they gonna distribute these fighters? And like, it also got me thinking, like, you know, with the COVID and like we haven't gotten a Smash presentation in a while, like minus the Min Min one we got recently. It's like, is the second one ready as well? And they're preparing the presentation? Because you also look at the date for when the presentation was made for Min Min, and he was recording it on May 5th or something like that.
Around there.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like, you know, that character was well ready for release. There's not a lot of changes that are made from the presentation to now, except maybe like bug fixes and like other things. So it's like, it really has me thinking, like, how many of these characters are ready, and when are you distributing these characters or like presenting them? Because we might just get one more character before the summer ends. Maybe not releasing the game immediately, but like we may be getting the reveal of the next character in the next month or two.
And I really look forward to that. So I will say this, that Crunch and I, we're going to be having a lot of discussions regarding with every patch, I guess you could say, that comes with the character and stuff like that, because especially the fact that, like, we actually talked about this before we started recording, that we have not received a patch in a long time. This could do a lot of unexpected changes and such, not just with, like, character diversity and such in terms of the tiers and such, but also to, like, how the characters are going to be adjusted and such. So we're going to be having a lot of discussions about that for part 2 next week.
Yeah, I'm pretty hyped for the patch because, like, I was talking about this with Edo. Like, this might be the game-changing patch because, like, ever since the pandemic and also, like, between this patch and the last, like, there's been a lot of, like, speculation, a lot of news around, like, the current state of the game, especially online, because the online is probably one of the worst online experiences of any fighting game you can get, which is unfortunate because this game is... It really is a good game. It's a very good game. It's just online, it is just not... It's not good. It's bearable to an extent, but, like, Jesus, man. Even if you have a stable connection, it's like, that's not even enough. And that's awful.
Yeah.
And, like, they're not even trying to prioritize fixing online, which sort of sucks. And it's like, maybe they'll make another version of the Switch, like the Switch Pro, where maybe they will fix that netcode. So the problem is not going to be fixed on the current version of the Switch, but maybe later on. So I guess that's fine. But, like, I just really, really want to see, like, I just want to see some changes in this game. It doesn't have to be super big. I'm not asking for, like, an insane amount of nerfs or buffs. Maybe a couple nerfs, just because, like, there are some characters in this game that are, like, kind of stupid, but, like, I want to see some, like, game-changing stuff in terms of, like, the core of this game. Like, because the game itself is kind of eh. Like, certain mechanics don't work like they should, I don't think. And just movement feels kind of clunky. I'm wondering if maybe they can fix that. And if they do, like, this... Wow. I really expect a lot from this patch. And if we don't get a lot from this patch, then, like, fine. We have Min Min, but, like, I'm hoping to see some changes in this game between now and the final character in the pack too, because with more DLC characters comes more patches, because that gives them an excuse to also work on the game like that. So
that's right. So, but I do have a lot of comments for that as well for next week. But the one thing I'm going to say right now is this is basically the pre hope for this. So we're gonna find out how my tune changes within today to next week. Nintendo, if you nerf Robin, you just buff the shit out of him to where he should be. You nerf him in any way, and we're gonna be throwing hands. I'm sorry, but no, he's already good to where he should be. So don't touch him unless you want to make his grab better. Then I'm all down for that though. But don't touch him. Thank you.
Yeah, like I noticed a lot of these patches now. I think I remember correctly. They've been doing more like necessary nerfs instead of just like random nerfs. Like them randomly nerfing K-Roll in the beginning was so random and actually ruined the character for a bit, but then they kind of brought him back into shape. Not like what he was in the base game, but he's a lot more fun to me now. But it's like, I'm glad they're doing more like appropriate nerfs and not just like randomly nerfing them just because of online, and they're buffing characters that need to get buffed. It's like, it makes sense. And like, I think they're trying to make this game as balanced as possible, and I can 100% respect that, because more character diversity is really cool to see. Like, sometimes in top 8 we get new characters and it's pretty cool. Like, we got a young Link in I think it was the last Super Major was Frostbite before the pandemic happened. Like, a young Link made top 8, and that was pretty hype because like minus Tweak, who's like another competitive player that we saw like play him a lot. Like, I don't think we've actually seen like a solo young Link getting that far into the bracket.
Oh, wow.
So it just goes to show, like, character loyalists out there, like, keep playing your character because you might be rewarded in the future. So yeah.
Actually, there's one more thing. This one's not a high priority list though, but I feel like the one thing that should be fixed up again, which again we might see it next week. I doubt it. This one's a strong doubt. but I know how a lot of people feel about this character because of PTSD moments, and I used to be that same person along with that, but now since I play her for fun and such, it's kind of a little bit disappointing, but please, for the love of fuck, please.
Fix Bayonetta, bro.
Fix her. Yup. Oh god, he knew. He already knew. Please.
I mean, I knew
fix her.
right as you were about to say PTSD, I was like, yep, I know what you're gonna say.
I'm sorry, but it's just like, I know why a lot of people do not like her and such, but, you know, to how she is just so hard to play as, especially to, like, every time that, like, I'm landing and stuff like that and, like, trying to hit. Like, I had to be at a super high percentage just for her to kill, which is so stupid. Like, I'm not asking for, like, how she should be back in Smash 4, though, but at least something that will be bearable to the point where it's just like, okay, I can have a little bit more enjoyment, not just me going, like, why did people do this to her? So.
Yeah, because, like, this character's super controversial because I actually felt like people were starting to understand how to fight her in 4. Like, I understand she's a pretty BS character. She's got some mechanics that are far more superior to the other characters in 4, but, like, people, I felt like, were starting to kind of figure her out now, and, like, you know, not every Bayonetta was winning. Like, Captain Zack wasn't really winning, like, that many things at the time. Like, yeah, he was. He was a little carried toward the beginning, because, like, that character definitely brought out some talent that has never been seen before. Like, people were randomly, like, winning their locals. Some were just randomly winning, not randomly winning, like, majors and whatnot, but, like, the amount of majors that Salem had won in 4 was pretty surprising. But, like, this character is so bad in Ultimate. Like, it's so bad to the point where, like, I just cannot believe people even want to play the character in the current state it is, because, like, she is unplayable. She can't kill. Her combos are so, like, she has combos, but they're, like, it feels like chip damage.
And her end lag is ridiculous.
Yeah, and just, like, I'm not saying, like Edo said, don't bring her back to Smash 4, but at least give her some like incredible buffs that make her a viable character, or playable at least. Make her playable at least. I don't know a single human being that actually likes Bayonetta right now that mains the character.
It's just like, at least give her that fighting chance that she kind of deserves. Like, I get it, like, people just like slayed her like that, but come on, just not that to that extent, you know. So, because I play her for fun, like, you know, I don't want to like go into competitive with her. I mean, that's for Robin and Joker for me though, but just for fun and such, like literally, oh god, like, I just can't with her. Like, she even dies so easily too. It's so crazy to me. So,
yeah.
But yeah, that's all. I'm just like kind of hoping for that though. Other than that, that's all I have to say for my comments for this entire podcast and such. Same with you?
Yeah, it's funny, we were saying this is gonna go for like 40 minutes, and then it went an hour ahead of time. I think literally because of my rant at the beginning. So sorry about that, but that needed to come out.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, y'all know now I know too. So. But yeah, and that's all for this podcast episode. We are glad that we just kind of came back, and of course, like, we'll try to do our best to get back to the consistency of uploads and stuff like that. So, but yeah, this is our first comeback from the hiatus that we were in. So if you're listening to the show on Apple Podcasts, be sure to leave out a 5-star rating if you enjoyed this podcast. Hit up the Storm Connect Twitter at StormConnectEN or other platforms this podcast is on for feedback on the show. One more thing that I want to mention, I hope you guys enjoyed the R&R coverage that Crunch and I did for our games. We're having a part 2 of that once I kind of dive into the world of Final Fantasy VII Remake. He dives into Royal and such. So, I will say, expect in the future, expect the Final Fantasy podcast from me, because I just recently completed the OG, the Advent Children, and Crisis Core. So, I'm definitely gonna like be talking about that, and soon I will be streaming on Twitch Final Fantasy VII Remake. So,
for sure,
with that being said, I encourage you, because I feel like this is like part of my like favorite podcast that like we've kind of done on our own, which I suggest taking a look at my Royal podcast. You take a look at his Remake podcast and such. And yeah, this is Edo Ninja,
and this is Crunch,
and we'll see you guys next time. See ya.
See you guys.